After preparing a homily for this Sunday, this past Saturday or yesterday, I was going through a box of materials on Lent. And lo and behold, there was a file in there, which I don't know where it came from, but it was there staring at me. It was a file of some Lenten information and that I had from Juneau, Alaska, when I was a priest there in 1995. And the folder was entitled Lenten Ideas, and then below it said Gonzaga University. And we used to, when I was there, we had a liturgy committee, and we would always go down before Lent for a week, and it was a seminar and kind of a retreat, talking about Lenten practices and how we could, push the theme through the whole Lenten season when we got back to our individual parishes. So I was really impressed with it. I remember the Jesuit priest that gave us this Lenten thing, and it was a Lenten reflection on these Sunday readings, which was, I couldn't have even planned it like that. But anyway, it's a beautiful reflection. So in lieu of the homily, I would like to read this reflection and share it with you. So if you would just kind of sit back and let these words flow in your own mind and maybe resonate with you, it might be helpful on this second Sunday of Lent. And the title of this meditation is Lent, the season of joyful transformation. And then underneath it, it has where does it lead, with a big question mark. Remember the first time riding a two-wheeler without training wheels or a helping hand. White-knuckled hands, mouth, and eyes agape. The terrifying freedom of flying solo, wanting to go on and fearing how to stop. Remember the first time standing on an ocean shore with toes curled in the ever-shifting sand, looking out with wonder at the profound weight and the underlaying swell, filled with inexpressible awe and exuberance, dreading yet tempting to venture into the froth. Remember the first time standing on the cliff face of a mountain, gazing down onto the majestic, expansive earth far below, or stars on a moonless night, a feast for the eyes that could never fully quench the thirst of the soul. Remember the first time sitting with a dying parent, a sibling, a child, or stranger, sharing a meal with a hungry, homeless person, attending to the child pleading, "Help, I've lost my mother," witnessing a mother give birth, holding one's child for the first time. Poet's words failed to capture the inexpressible. Consecrating and offering the Eucharist for the first time. A Jesuit priest tried to describe the profound and overwhelming sense of community, of oneness, of wholeness that enveloped him. Experiences we hold in our hearts of the real, tangible presence of God. These are the experiences of transformation and revelation. Today's readings from Matthew's Gospel tell of Peter and James and John being present to Jesus being transfigured. We are not told directly, but must know that Peter and James and John, not transfigured, but most definitely were transformed by their experience. We can only imagine. We can imagine because in our own lives, we have experienced degrees of transformation. Everyday experiences provide opportunity, the possibility for transformation. It happens to us all the time. To experience the fullness of freedom, no matter the age or the actual experience, predisposes us to greater and more meaningful experiences of freedom. Genuine freedom sparks our appetite for greater and richer and more intimate freedom. Experiences of awe and wonder, fascination, thrill, tenderness, care, and love fill us with deep yearning for the fuller, richer, a deep yearning for the more of God. With each experience, I am transformed. What captivates us is that God gently transforms, revealing to the more and more about myself, while drawing me closer and closer to God's self. My thirst and desire for these holy consolations of God, generously given, and what keeps our relationship maturing. An experience of God, an experience of who I am in the heart of God draws me closer and closer, deeper and deeper into love, and in the love with all that life offers. The good news is a kid on a bike, a new mom or dad, the mountain climber, the beachcomber, the lover, the dreamer, the poet, the pianist, the songster, the homeless, the abandoned, the orphan, the widow, the refugee, the forgotten, you and me. All of us are privy each day to being transformed into a richer, more real image of Jesus. Where does it lead? It all leads to fuller, richer life, to love, to God. Lent is the season of joyful transformation.